Well, welcome back to Financial Wellness University. My name is Joe Brown, and I am your teacher, your coach on this journey to financial wellness. We're going through some hard times right now. And if this COVID-19 crisis has taught us anything, it's the importance of saving for emergencies. Saving for emergencies. It's not a matter of if an emergency will come. It's just a matter of when. And the better we prepare, the better we'll be off when they come in our life. I want to show you how. Thanks again for tuning in to Financial Wellness University. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, hit the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos, and give me a thumbs up so that the word, this video will be spread throughout and more people will see it. CNBC reported earlier, before this pandemic broke in January, that only 41% of Americans could handle a $1,000 emergency. So 41 could handle an emergency of 1,000. That means 59% could not. 59% of people in the richest country on earth couldn't handle an emergency of only $1,000. Now, it's not that we haven't had the money for most people, but what we've done is live so prosperously that we've neglected one of the most important wealth building tools out there, which is saving. Now, you don't have to make a whole lot to save. Let's look at the minimum wage. The minimum wage is $7.50. So if you make $7.50, you will make around $15,000 a year. That means if you don't even have to set aside a whole lot of money. If you set aside $15 a week. $15 a week. That's $2 and some change a day. Just get in the habit when you get paid. If you get paid weekly, just take $15 out, put it in a bucket, put it in a can, put it in the bank account, in a savings account, have it automatically taken out. That'll be even better. So whenever you get paid, have $15 taken out automatically. At the end of the year, you'll have about $750. That means $750 is 3/4 of the way to that $1,000 starter emergency that is most recommended to have. And of course, we want to move it to a 3 to 6 month emergency fund. But we recommend maybe 1,000 to get you started, and then use the money, that surplus that you would build up by doing budgets and things like that, to clear up funds so that you can clear up some debt. And once the debt is out your life, the consumer debt, if that is, you can save more. But today, I just want to talk about saving. Saving, the importance of having a good emergency fund. Before you get into investing, you need to have a comfortable emergency fund. And before you even have a comfortable emergency fund, you got to have a starter emergency fund. Now, what does that starter emergency fund consist of? Of about $1,000. So I just showed you, even if you have minimum wage and you put away $15 a week, by the end of the year, you'll have nearly $750. Yeah, if you put it in a bank account that's earning a couple percent, or money market, don't put it in mutual funds, or don't put it in something that it'll drop drastically, has a chance of dropping, because this is an emergency fund. And the idea of emergency fund is a fund that you can get to quickly. It's called a liquid account. Liquid meaning that you can get to it fairly quickly without jumping through any financial, without illegal loopholes or anything to get to it. You can just go to the bank, cash it out, or write a check, or use your card, which I don't recommend you link a card to your emergency fund account, because then you won't be more tempted to use that card. But the ideal is that you can get to it quick. And here's some steps in doing it. If you have a payroll, that means if you're not self-employed but you have earned income, set up something with your human resource department. Or if you can do it your own self without their involvement, set it up where 5%, 10%, whatever you can afford comes out of your paycheck every time you get paid. If you, like I said, if you make the minimum wage of $7.50 an hour, and you just set aside $15 per week, in a year you'll have $750. Now, not that I'm recommending that you do this without investing, but just from the raw numbers, if you save $750 a year and you did that for 10 years, you would have $7,500. Now, of course, I don't recommend having all that in a starter emergency fund. But depending on your income, $7,500 might be 3 to 6 months worth of income. Well, if you're making 15, $7,500 is a 6-month emergency fund. But I wouldn't recommend, again, taking 10 years to build a starter emergency fund, because that should happen. Clearing the debt and starting your emergency fund, I think that's a 2 to 3 year process, maybe 4. So that means you might have to get some other side hustles, make some other stream of income. But I don't even want to cloud this talk with all the other things. I just want you to focus on, whenever you get paid, take just a little bit out and put it aside. If you get nothing from this video, when you get paid, before you do all that spending, before you pay the bills, take a little bit out and set it aside as a saving for a rainy day. If you get in the habit of doing that, you will not only be able to handle emergencies, but as you see that money growing, it'll encourage you to save even more, to cut expenses, to watch how you spend. And then before you know it, you're going to be able to buy things with cash. You're going to be able to go places you haven't been able to go, and to do things you hadn't been able to do before. The anxiety of bills won't plague you, but you'll have a confidence about financial issues. Because that's what I do. I want to teach you financial wellness. And yes, I have 7 different phases that I take you through. Today we're looking at saving. Yes, the 7 phases are: 1, earning, giving, tracking, protecting, saving, spending, and enjoying. So phase 5 is saving. And the first part of any savings plan is to have an emergency fund. You will never achieve financial wellness without having a saving emergency fund. So hopefully if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. That helps to get this video spread to other people so that they can see it. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe, hit the bell actually, so that you'll be notified when future videos come available. So I thank you again for tuning in, and I hope that you will have a blessed day. Take care.